Hello all, I'm really excited to introduce one of our newest sections in our labs, which is bootloader based attacks. Now we all know, as far as embedded IoT devices etc. are concerned, bootloaders are an extremely important component which needs to be kept secure. Now in this series of labs, we hope to go ahead and impart a lot of understanding of how bootloaders work and how they can be compromised. So let's look at one of the interesting labs. Even if you are not a Pentester Academy Attack Defense subscriber, this lab is available in the community lab section for now. So you could log on to the website and try. Now in this specific lab, what we need to do is, let me actually go ahead and open up the lab. You can read the description, but I'm going to run you through it. So we have an attacker machine, and with a little bit of recon, we've actually found that there is a terminal server which is connected to an embedded device, and that's connected to the console port, and we are able to go ahead and view the console port over a web interface, as we can see it here, vexpress.rom 8000. Now unfortunately, on that embedded device there is a password and we are unable to go ahead and log into that device. Now if we try to reload this, what we find is the device also gets restarted and rebooted. So we see that we've now gone ahead and restarted the device, where U-boot has just started running, is kind of waiting right now, and then the device ends up booting into the Linux system whose password we do not have at this point. Now additionally, what's given in this challenge is a TFTP server, and we can find the address of the TFTP server. It's given in the problem description, but just so that I can show you, it's on 192.29.185.4. so this is based on this dynamic address which is allocated, and you can see we are connected to the TFTP server. Now what you have to do is gain access to this embedded device so that you are root on that device. So there are many techniques available, and we're going to leave it to you. So just as an example, by going ahead and forcing the device to boot again and hitting any key, now I'm actually inside the U-boot prompt, which is actually the bootloader for the embedded device. And the challenge is, from here, how do you go about accessing, well, I'm not trying to give you too many hints, but how do you go about finally gaining root access onto the embedded device? So you could use the TFTP server in some way. There are other techniques as well. So we are going to be posting many such challenges to give you a flavor of how you could go about compromising many of these embedded as well as IoT devices, industrial, enterprise, etc. And I think what is very crucial and important is to understand all the different components and their interplay, which is the bootloader, the kernel, the file system, and how all of these things are loaded one after the other, what kind of chains of trust exist, and how they could be exploited. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, all the best. And if you solve this, feel free to tag us on Twitter or post on LinkedIn and tag me. I love to see how you solve it. As I mentioned, this is available to play for free in our community lab. So you could pretty much log in even if you are not a registered student and go and play this lab exercise. Thank you. Have a great day ahead.